Welcome back to our 7-step buyer process. We're ready to buy a home. So we're on step number 3. We've met initially for our buyer's agency consultation. We've talked about financing, and now we're ready to go start touring. So what does that look like from a buyer's perspective? Well, it's our job as your agency to scour all of the different properties that are currently for sale, those that are coming on the market soon for sale, and even some of those that are for sale by owners, and to provide you with all of the different options. Now, that can sound very overwhelming. Oh my gosh, there's 400 houses that are in my price range. Well, we're going to narrow those down by the number one thing that we cannot change about any house ever, and that's location. Where do you want to live? You've created this list at the very beginning at step 1. Now we're ready to take that list and match it to your location. Will we look outside of that? Maybe, but probably not. That's the one thing you can never change about a house. We can't pick it up and move it. So location becomes our driving force into what we're going to see. Once we've narrowed that down to usually a neighborhood or general area consensus, then we're going to provide you with links to certain properties. I try not to send more than about 5 at a time. Well, why? There's 20 that meet my criteria. Because 20 is overwhelming. That's why. You can look at 5, and we're going to ask for some feedback before we ever go see any. Based on these photos, what do you like and what do you dislike? Your dislikes are actually more important than what you like, because helping you define what you don't like in a property will help us locate the ones that match your actual criteria. Once we found some that you want to go see, we're going to schedule that time with you. You get off at 4, great. We can see 3 or 4 houses after work on Wednesday. I'm going to schedule those, and I'm going to provide you with all kinds of information prior to that. So here are the 4 houses we're going to see. This is the order we're going to see them. And here's some pertinent information about each one. On tour day, you're going to receive a folder with information about each house and then a notes section. We're going to be taking copious notes as we go through each one. What do you like? What do you not like? And then things that you might want to change about the property. Because as we go through the day and we find the one, we're going to want to be able to refer back to that. If there are things that you want to change about the property, maybe it increases its value, maybe it doesn't. But we need to put all of that information back into our database to be able to then create and negotiate the offer on your behalf. So it's important that you are communicative and verbal with us about what you do and what you don't like. There's no hurt feelings here. We walked into the house and you hate the kitchen, make sure to verbalize that, right? So once we've gone on one tour, typically you're not going to find the house that you want. Maybe it's after the second or the third property that we've seen, or the second or third tour date that we've made together. At that point, it's time to write your offer. Now, a lot of people think, well, I want to go home, I want to sleep on it, I'm going to think about it, and next week I'm going to make the offer. Well, you have every right to do that. That house won't be there next week. So we'll give you some time frame. Don't feel like we're being pushy or trying to push you to make a decision. But if it's the house that you want, I don't want you to lose it because you decided to wait. Waiting almost always will cost you money, and my job is to protect your best interest, and that's to not cost you money. So while it may seem like we're pushing to get you to make a decision, it's really just that if it's the one, I've done this for so long, I can usually tell when it's the right fit. I don't want you to lose the opportunity and have regrets later. So we've been through step 1, which was our agency consultation. We've been through step 2, which is getting you pre-approved. Now we've been to step 3, where we have toured the homes and we found the one, the unicorn you're looking for. So what's next? Offer and acceptance. Stay tuned, and on the next video, we'll show you how we're going to write and negotiate on your behalf.